Okay, Minecraft 101 fans, welcome back to another day in Minecraft Survival. You may recall we're playing in a vanilla world. We've built this house, and in the last episode, episode 7, I put in a wheat field and a sugarcane field and built a pasture out here so we can start farming some animals. But today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different, kind of fun. We're going to take a saddle with us into the wild blue here. Gonna drop off just a few of these things that we don't really necessarily need to carry with us. We'll take the wood in case we need to, and actually I better take some iron in case we need it. I don't need the hoe. The pick I normally keep over here. I don't need the stairs. Just going to hang on to a few things here that we might need, but probably won't need much. Alrighty. I don't know why I'm holding a shovel. There. And it's about midday, so we'll just go ahead and head out. Try not to fall into the water. Got a little bit of walking to do, so while I'm walking, I'll talk a little bit about, I've got a couple of new episodes up of the tutorial series, so if you'd like to have a look at that, I go over some of the basic building recipes and give you some ideas for how you can build in your houses and things like that. I'll be doing some more episodes in that series too, so we should be seeing some new episodes going up shortly. I'm also doing a modified survival series. I'm playing Attack of the B-Team, which is a lot of fun, getting my rear kicked pretty regularly by mobs, so that can be an interesting thing to watch. So you can check that out on the channel as well. I've actually got quite a few episodes of that recorded, so I'll be putting those up pretty regularly. And I'm trying to keep up on this one as well, just so you can get some new things to watch in here. Up over this hill, you'll see that there's another plains biome over here. And that's really cool. Actually, the river is going to cause us a little bit of trouble, but we'll figure out how to deal with that when the time comes. Get over here first. And some more sheeps. Oh, and you can see, oops, there's a wolf right there. As you can see, wolves attack, yikes, hi. Wolves attack sheep, and they drop wool when they do that, and they also go after rabbits, which is what that wolf is doing now up there. Now he's after another sheep. You can hear him growling and carrying on. He will not attack us unless we attack him. He's just chasing the sheep around, because they really don't like sheep. Once you've tamed a wolf, if you have bones on you, you can tame a wolf. And once tamed, they won't bother the sheep unless you go up and hit the sheep with your sword, and then they will attack the sheep. He's still in aggressive mode, so we'll just leave him be. I know it sounds terrible, doesn't it, when they growl like that? He's growling because there are sheep around still. But what I'm actually after over here, that is a horse. If that wasn't obvious. And there are several around. You can see there's a Appaloosa up here, and there's another gray one with white socks. There's quite a few actually in a herd. I don't know why that one's up on a tree. That's an interesting place for a horse. I don't think I've ever seen one do that in real life. But yeah, you can see there's actually quite a few horses. There's another wolf over there on the hill. And again, they won't bother us as long as we don't bother them. They're pretty... In fact, that one's not even in aggressive mode. You can hear him barking like a dog. So that's what a wolf looks like in not aggressive mode. And if I had some bones, we could tame him and we could have a pet dog. But today we're going to worry about doing something different. We're going to go up here. Now this looks like a pretty horse. We'll try him. You right click to mount the horse and he'll boot you off like that after a little bit. And just try again. And sometimes they boot you right back off again. And just keep trying. You just barehanded right click. And this is actually pretty entertaining to see how they do that. I don't know if I can... Okay, there we go. It's a little harder to do from this point of view because it's hard for me to tell when I'm actually looking at the horse. Okay, you see the hearts that time? That means that this horse is now tamed. Or he should be, yeah. And if you look down here, you see this row of hearts. That's the horse's health. That tells me that how much health he has. Horses can take damage when you're riding them if you run into a mob or something, or fall off a cliff or whatever. I'm going to get back into my... Here I'm riding the horse. Get back into my regular mode. Now, I can't steer him right now because I'm just riding. I'm not controlling. He's just walking. I hit left shift to dismount. And if I take my saddle that we found down in the mines and I right click the horse with the saddle, then you can see I get this box. I can put the saddle on the horse, and now he's got a saddle and bridle, which is a little odd, but whatever, it works. And if I right click the horse again, now I can steer him just like I use the same directional buttons as I do to walk around. So now I can take him home with me. And if I hit space, he can jump. Pretty impressive amount of distance usually. It depends on the horse. Each one has a different length that they can jump and a different speed that they'll run at and so on. So you can try to tame a couple different horses and see, get one that's got a good... This guy seems pretty fast actually. Yikes, I don't know how I'm going to get through the woods with him. Might just have to... They're a little bit bigger, so it's hard to sometimes get through the... Yeah, see, that's too narrow for him to get through. Try to get through here, because we're going to need to cross the river at some point. So you can't get through a one block space. You can still use your sword, you don't have to worry about hitting your horse. So if we get attacked or anything, then, we'll be able to defend ourselves. Trying to figure out... I can take him through one block deep water, but that's the extent. If he goes over one block deep, he's going to have a hard time swimming and so on. I'm going to try jumping a little bit with him, just to make some progress. You can see he's a little slow in water. Whoops, didn't mean to run him quite through the tree like that. Come on, buddy, up the hill. They can be a little glitchy, but they're pretty good. Okay, it's the tree that's in the way. We'll get rid of that. Is it because this... Yeah. Come on, horsey. Okay, so now we're riding back along the shoreline. I am actually going to employ a cheat here because we just got this horse and I'd really rather not have him killed, so I don't really want to run into creepers or anything in the woods while we're riding. I just used the time set day cheat, which just puts us back to daytime in order to, whoops. I have a hard time steering on a good day. Add a horse into the mix and I'm really going to have problems here. Yeah. Thought I could jump through here, I guess not. So I gotta break the leaves. We're just having a bad time. To break some more leaves. See if that gives him room to get through. I'm trying to jump, but he's stuck. I suspect it's these leaves right here that are causing the problem. Okay, there we got it. And we got more leaves. Jeepers. There. Goodness, that was quite an adventure just getting him back to the house. But as you can see, he can move at quite a good speed, so that's going to speed up our travel quite a bit if we, if we travel around through the world. Having a horse can be really useful because he can go a lot faster than I can walk. Now this is kind of a cool thing. Oh, I'm on the wrong side here. Hang on. Get where I've got only a single high. Now he can't jump over the fence, but when I'm on him, he can jump and go over the fence. So I don't have to even take him through the gate. So I'll left shift to click again to get off. He'll wander away, but I can go up and just right click him. Whoops. That puts me back on him. Oops, hi there. If I shift and right click, there. Now I can take the saddle off of him. So if I want to, I can go back and get another horse with that saddle and then use that to bring him home like I did this guy. Now, horses cannot go through a single wide gate. Where did I put the gate on this thing? Okay, here. Only got a single wide gate. I can't ride him through that. That's too narrow for him. But if I put a double gate, if I just put two gates next to one another, he'll be able to go through that. So I'll do that eventually so that we can just ride through the gates. Meantime, now that we've got our horse, and we'll build him a nice stable. We'll actually go back and get a couple more horses, and I'll build a stable for them in another episode. As you can see, I planted a wheat field, mostly all grown up now. I planted the melon seeds that we got out of the mines, and the pumpkin seeds that we got. And now that these are planted, I can take my axe, whoops, I didn't mean to break the wheat, and break the pumpkin, and also break the melons. And you see I got melon slices when I break the melons. And then I can take, now I didn't get pumpkin or melon seeds back, but when I put the pumpkins in the crafting table grid, I get pumpkin seeds. And the same thing happens with the melon. I just put some melon in the crafting grid and I get melon seeds back, so I can just go ahead and replant those if I need to. But if I just leave these vines, they'll grow more melons and pumpkins. I don't have to do anything, they'll just automatically grow. So I don't actually need more seeds unless I want to plant more vines to make more plants at a time. The wheat, you just left click with your axe or sword or whatever. You want to get the ones with the brown tops. You don't want to take the green ones because they're not ripe yet. And the reason that we need so much wheat is it's not only useful for food for us, it's also useful for food for the cows. And I will show you what you can do with wheat here in just a minute. You just It's kind of hard to hear me talk while I'm breaking wheat, so I'll just go ahead and do that. And we'll pick up all the loose wheat. And you can see there's another melon, there's another pumpkin already. They've already started to regrow. Oops, I didn't want that one to grow there though because that's a wheat spot. I want them to grow out toward the... I left them space in between because sometimes they'll grow like that one did right beside the plant. and that's fine, but I want them to grow. I'd rather they grew out onto the pavement there instead of growing in here where I want to plant wheat. Let's see. Oh, I left the hoe in the house, didn't I? Okay. Well, we'll fix that when we come back out again another time. Not a big deal. We got a whole thing full of wheat here, so I'm not too concerned about one square that didn't get replanted. Just go ahead and right click with our seeds, and that plants the new crop of wheat. It's always good to keep it planted even if you don't harvest it every time it comes mature. You're going to need a fair amount of wheat over the course of the game. I mean, it's something that you can make into bread, as I showed you in one of the other episodes, and you can also use it, and I'll show you this in the tutorial series when I do the animal episode, which is actually the next episode I plan to do, that you can use it to feed and breed your cows. And the seeds are good for chickens. So we're going to want to raise some chickens because obviously we're going to need more feathers to make arrows, and we also can eat the chicken meat. So gardens are definitely a good thing to have. And then this sugarcane, as you may have seen in the video, I started out with solid water. I put the sand down, and then I've just used slabs to cover the sand. And the only reason for that is so that I can just walk through here and harvest the sugarcane without worrying about falling into the water holes. You can also do this as, you could make rows. If you Google online, you'll see everybody does their fields differently. You don't have to do them in a checkerboard pattern like I do. I just like the way it looks. You know, it really doesn't matter. You could just as easily do a row of sugarcane, or with water in between. It doesn't have to be. The only thing that's required for sugarcane is for it has to have water on one side. That's all it needs. We are going to need a fair amount of sugarcane. That's what you use to make paper. And I think I got just about all of it. Oops, I broke one too low, so we'll just replace that. There. I think everything else is planted okay. Oh, there's one more empty space. Okay. The sun is starting to set, so we'll head inside and just take care of a couple of housekeeping things here. I can show you how the sugarcane works. I believe we had some leather. Yes, we do. And we can go in the crafting table and put our sugarcane in there. We get 3 pieces of sugarcane for every 3 that we put in here. So basically you get 1 piece of paper for every sugarcane that you put in. So we put 63 sugarcane in the crafting grid. We got back 63 pieces of paper. But then you need 3 pieces of paper to make a book. So we'll only get 8 books out of this because we only had 8 pieces of leather. And then with books, we need planks. And we'll just, oops, do that. And where do I do with the books? There they are. And then we do that to get bookshelves. And actually I can do one more set of bookshelves because I have enough books to make one more. So that's a start. We actually need to make enough bookshelves to fill in this space around the this is where our enchanting table is going to go. So what we're going to want to do is put bookshelves all the way around, because that increases the enchanting levels. So when you put a tool or a weapon into your enchanting table, you get back a better enchant. You'll get back better things that you can put on your tools. So that's a definitely want an enchanting table. That's going to be one of the things that we're going to be building here in the near future.